A very good morning, class. In previous section, we had studied about the concept of psychology as a discipline, and the different fields of psychology, which is known as different branches of psychology. So, in this class, we will discuss about the very interesting topic, which is basic versus applied psychology, and psychology का जो relationship है with other disciplines, that and psychologists at work, that's mean the different applied fields of psychology. Okay, so let's start today's video. The basic topic of basic versus applied psychology. It may be noted at this point that various areas put under the rubrics of basic and applied psychology are identified only on the basis of their emphasis on the study of certain subject matter and broader concern. So there is no sharp cleavage or a boundary between research and application of psychology. For example, basic principles of basic psychology provide us with theories and principles that form the basis of application of psychology, and applied psychology provide us with different contexts in which the theories and the principles derived from research can be meaningfully applied. Okay, that's mean the basic psychology is a psychology where the construction or the development of the theories and principles are done, and in applied psychology, applied aspects of psychology or applied psychology, only these theories and principles can be applied in a real life setting. Okay, so let's look at the concept of pure psychology or basic psychology. It's provide us with the theories and principle, also suggests different methods of assessment of behavior. Okay, let's look at the applied psychology. So the applied psychology is only the meaningful application of theories and principles derived from research to different contexts. Okay, so there is different fields of psychology and basic psychology and applied psychology. Examples of basic or pure psychology is like general psychology, developmental psychology, social psychology, abnormal psychology, experimental psychology, and so many others. So here the basic point is the basic psychology is only provide a theoretical framework of the subject. Okay, and the applied psychology is clinical psychology, educational psychology, sports psychology, forensic psychology, and so on. Look at this picture. Here is a pure psychology and applied psychology in a comparative way. So in pure psychology there is so many branches of pure psychology, and applied psychology is here so many branches like educational psychology, clinical psychology, industrial psychology, and legal psychology, military psychology, and so many others. So I think you all clear about basic psychology is only the theoretical approach. The theories and principles are developing in basic psychology, and the applied psychology is an application oriented approach where the principles and the theories are applicable in a real life setting. Now the newly emerging field or discipline like applied experimental psychology and applied social psychology and applied developmental psychology indicate that in fact all psychology has the potential of application and is basically applied in nature. That's been all branches of basic psychology is in some cases is applied. Okay, is applied oriented or applied aspects of the every branch of basic psychology. Now move to our next topic, which is psychology and other discipline. Okay, look at this picture. There are so many disciplines like healthcare, research, legal system, engineering, the art and architecture, counseling, business, medicine, education, and so many other fields. All the disciplines are connected with psychology. So any discipline which deal with people would definitely recognize the relevance of the knowledge of psychology. Similarly, psychologists also acknowledge the relevance of other disciplines in understanding human behavior. That's been the relationship between psychology and the other discipline is two dimensional or connecting. Okay. So these trends has led to the emergence of interdisciplinary approach in the field of psychology. Social science and humanities have felt the significance of psychology as a discipline. So clearly here all the disciplines are connected with psychology. So relationship of psychology with other discipline in studying brain and behavior. Psychology shares its knowledge with neurology, physiology, biology, medicine and computer science. In studying human behavior and its meaning, growth and development in a socio-cultural context, psychology shares its knowledge with anthropology, sociology, social work and political science and economics also. So in studying mental activity involved in creation of literacy or text, music and drama, psychology shares its knowledge with literature also. And art and music, some of the major disciplines linked to the field of psychology are discussed below. Okay, so first of all, philosophy. Philosophy is a mother or root where the psychology is born. So here important thing is psychology has a relationship with almost all academic disciplines. So psychology deals with improvement in human behavior. All other disciplines also have a partial connection connected with behavior. So the study material of psychology is behavior. Psychologist is basically study about the behavior, and in every discipline behavior is existed. So in every discipline has a connection between the psychology and other discipline. Now look at the philosophy. So philosophy and psychology का जो relationship है ये बहुत ही interesting है. Basically psychology is studied about the human mind and human behavior, human soul, okay, human consciousness, and the philosophy is also the study of human beings or human mind and human soul. So in these terms psychology and philosophy is connected. Now look at the text. Until the end of the 19th century, certain concerns that are now part of contemporary psychology, like what is the nature of mind or how do human comes to know their motivations and emotions, were the concern of philosophers. In the later part of the 19th century, Wundt and other psychologists adopted an experimental approach to these questions and contemporary psychology emerged. So despite the emergence of psychology as a science, it greatly draws from philosophy and particularly with respect to method of knowing and various domains of human nature. That means the relationship of philosophy is definitely connected. ओके हमारी जो साइकोलॉजी की रूट है वो फिलॉसफी से आई है, फिलॉसफी से ही साइकोलॉजी डेराइव हुई है. बट डिफरेंस क्या है इन दोनों में? बेसिकली फिलॉसफी जो है वो थ्योरेटिकल है और डिस्क्रिप्टिव है, बट साइकोलॉजी इज़ अ साइंस. ओके, वुंट के टाइम से 1879 में जब वुंट ने अपनी फर्स्ट लेबोरेटरी इस्टेब्लिश की और जब साइकोलॉजी एज अ साइंस वर्ल्ड लेवल पे जानी जाने लगी और उसका एज अ साइंस प्रेफरेंस होने लगा, तो वहाँ पे साइंटिफिक मैथडोलॉजी यूज़ होने लगी. साइकोलॉजी इज़ ऑल्सो कंसर्न विद द टेक्निकल सब्जेक्ट. सो यहाँ पे से वो फिलॉसफी से डिफरेंट हो गई. ओके, मूव टू द नेक्स्ट ब्रांच. Next discipline is medicine or medical field. So doctors have realized that the maximum healthy body required a healthy mind. In actually true, because a large number of hospitals now employs the psychologist. The role of psychologist in preventing people from engaging in health hazards and behavior, and in adding to the prescribed doctors regain are some of the important area where the two disciplines have come together. While treating patients suffering from cancer, AIDS, and the physically challenged people, okay, or handling patient in the intensive care unit and patients during post-operative care. So doctors have also felt the need for psychologists or counselors. A successful doctor look at the psychological as well as physical well-being of the patient. So that means medicine and psychology are both are connected, because most of the hospitals are appoint psychologist or counselor for overall health. Okay, so physical health is also connected with our mental health, so that means mental health is also important. So if you want to physically healthy, you have to be mentally healthy also. Okay, move to the next branch. So psychology is also connected with the economics, political science and sociology. As sister social science discipline, these three have drawn considerably from psychology and have enriched it as well. Psychology has contributed a great deal to the study of micro-level economic behavior, particularly in understanding consumers' behavior, saving behavior, and in decision making, and also in rational decision and maximize profit. These are the topics of economics. So psychology is also interested here. So American economists have used data on consumer sentiments to predict economic growth. So their scholars who have worked on such problems have received the Nobel Prize in Economics, namely H. Simon and Kahneman and T. Schelling. Like economics, political science to draw considerably from psychology, particularly. So political science is connected with psychology from particularly in understanding issues related to exercise of power and authority, nature of political conflict and their resolution, and voting behavior, the leadership quality, and so many other things. Sociology and psychology are come together to explain and understand the behavior of individuals within different socio-cultural contexts and different issues related to socialization, group formation, group and collective behavior, and intergroup conflict, and gaining from both these disciplines. So our next discipline is computer science. So computer science is very much connected with psychology in this form. The very beginning, the effort of computer science has been in mimicking the human mind. One can see it in terms of how a computer is structured and its memory organized, sequential and simultaneous processing of information. So computer scientists and engineers are seeking to make computer not only more or more intelligent but also machine which can sense and feel developments in both these disciplines have brought about significant advancement in the field of cognitive science. Okay, so in the relationship between the psychology and computer science is psychology also study human behavior as it is a computer. Okay, he believed that human brain is function just like a computer, just like feeding an input and output device, just like our brain is also work. Next is law and criminology. So a skilled lawyer and a criminologist required knowledge of psychology in answering such questions like how well a witness remember an incident, for example a street fight or a murder, and how well can she or he report such facts when talking the witness stand in the court, and what factor influence the decision which is taken by the jury. And what are the dependable sign of guilt and falsehood? And what factors are held important in holding a culprit responsible for his or her action, and what degree of punishment is considered just for a criminal act? So psychologists seeks to answer these questions. Currently, a number of psychologists are involved in research on such issues, the answers to which would help the legal system of the country in the future. So this is the relationship of psychology and criminology. Next is mass communication and psychology. So the print and the electric media have entered in our lives in a very big way. They have a major influence on our thinking, attitude, and our emotions. If they have brought us closer together, they have also reduced cultural diversities. The impact of media on the formation of attitude of children and their behavior is a domain where both these disciplines come together. And psychology also helps in developing strategies for better and effective communication. A journalist in reporting news must know the reader's interest in the story. And since most stories deal with human events, so knowledge of their motives and emotions is very important. A story will have more impact if it is based on a background of psychological knowledge and insight. So in the concept of interest, emotions, motivations, attitude formation, stereotype, good communication, non-verbal communication, these are the topics of where the psychology and the mass communication is work together. So our next discipline is music and fine arts. So music and psychology have conversed in many areas. Like scientists have made use of music in raising work performance. Music and emotion is another area in which a number of studies have been carried out. And musicians in India have recently started experimenting with what they call music therapy. In this, they use different ragas for curing certain physical problems, and the efficacy of music therapy still remain to be proven. Okay, so in when we are talking about the music and fine arts and the its relationship with psychology, so definitely the music therapy is a basic or a major concept where the music and the psychology is correlated, and it is beneficial for the human beings. Next is architecture and engineering. So at first glance, the relationship between psychology and architecture and engineering would appear improbable, but such is actually not the case. Ask any architect. He or she must satisfy her or his clients by providing mental and physical space through her design, and satisfy engineers must also take into account human habits in their plans for safety. So for example, on streets and highway, psychological knowledge helps in a big way in designing of all mechanical devices and display. To sum up, psychology is located at the intersection of many fields of knowledge and pertaining to human functioning. Okay, I think its topic is almost completed. Look at your book, your textbook, page number 1717. Here the psychology and the other other disciplines are shown: the education, political science, economics, music and fine arts, law and criminology, mass communication, sociology, architecture and engineering, medicine and psychiatry, computer science, or philosophy and political science. So many disciplines are here, and all the disciplines are very much connected with psychology. Now move to our next topic, which is psychologist at work. That means some field, some applied field where the psychologists are actually work for human welfare or human health. Psychologists today work in a variety of settings where they can apply psychological knowledge or psychological principle for teaching and training peoples to cope effectively with their problems of their lives. And off day refers to as human service areas. That means these areas are known as human service areas where the psychologists are work. And these areas are included clinical psychologist or counseling psychologist, community psychologist, school psychologist, and organizational psychologist. So basically these five are basic areas where the psychologists are actually work with the psychological principle and psychological theories in an application oriented field. Now let's look at the clinical psychologist. So basically the clinical psychologist is specialized in helping clients with behavioral problem by providing therapy for various mental disorders and in cases of anxiety or fear or with stresses at home or at workplace. They work either as private practitioner or at hospitals and mental institutions or with social agencies. They may be involved in conducting interviews and administrating psychological tests to diagnose the client's problem and use psychological methods for their treatment and rehabilitation. So job opportunities in clinical psychology attract quite a few to these field of psychology. So that's mean the clinical psychologist वो बेसिकली प्राइवेट भी वर्क करते हैं, अपना प्राइवेट क्लिनिक खोल के, और हॉस्पिटल जो डिफरेंट हॉस्पिटल्स हैं, मल्टी स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल्स हैं, वो उन्हें अपॉइंट भी करते हैं फॉर हेल्पिंग द पीपल. एंड द जो NGOs हैं वो भी क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजिस्ट को अपॉइंट करती हैं, और सोसाइटी लेवल पे कुछ रैंडम टेस्ट और डायग्नोसिस के पर्पज़ से बहुत सारे टेस्ट और बहुत सारे असाइनमेंट्स उनसे फिल करवाए जाते हैं, जिसके थ्रू मेंटल प्रॉब्लम्स को फाइंड आउट किया जाता है, डायग्नोज किया जाता है, और उसके बेसिस पे डिफरेंट थेरेपीज़ को यूज़ करके ये पेशेंट्स का ट्रीटमेंट करते हैं. मूव टू द नेक्स्ट फील्ड वेयर द साइकोलॉजिस्ट इज वर्क. सो काउंसलिंग साइकोलॉजिस्ट. Counseling psychologists work with persons who suffer from motivational and emotional problems. Basically the day to day life की जो problems है, basically एडजस्टमेंट प्रॉब्लम्स है, डिसीज़न मेकिंग प्रॉब्लम है, चॉइस प्रॉब्लम है, चॉइस से रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम है. सो वहाँ पे काउंसलिंग साइकोलॉजिस्ट जो होते हैं वो पीपल्स को हेल्प करते हैं. द प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ देयर क्लाइंट्स आर लेस सीरियस देन दोज ऑफ द क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजिस्ट. सो क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजिस्ट और काउंसलिंग साइकोलॉजिस्ट में द मेजर डिफरेंस यही है, जो क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजिस्ट होते हैं वो मोस्ट सीरियस प्रॉब्लम्स को अटेंड करते हैं और उन्हें ट्रीट करते हैं. जो काउंसलिंग साइकोलॉजिस्ट होते हैं उनका भी प्रोसेस, डायग्नोसिस और ट्रीटमेंट का प्रोसेस ऑलमोस्ट सेम होता है, बट दे अटेंड द लेस सीवियर डिजीजेज और लेस सीवियर प्रॉब्लम्स. So our applied field is community psychologist or community psychology. So generally community psychologist focuses on problem related to community like mental health, and they work from mental health agencies, private organization and state governments. So basically जो कम्युनिटी साइकोलॉजिस्ट होते हैं वो या तो NGOs के अंडर में वर्क करते हैं, या गवर्नमेंट एंड सेमी गवर्नमेंट्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस जो होते हैं वो भी इन्हें अपॉइंट करते हैं फॉर हेल्पिंग द पीपल. दे हेल्प द कम्युनिटी एंड इट्स इंस्टीट्यूशन इन एड्रेसिंग फिजिकल एंड मेंटल हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम्स. In rural areas, they may work to establish a mental health centers, and in urban areas, they may design a drug rehabilitation programs. Many community psychologists also work with special population such as the elderly or the physically or mentally challenged people. Besides the redirection and evaluation of various programs and plans, community based rehabilitation is of major interest to community psychologists. CBR, that's mean community based rehabilitation. सो बेसिकली होता क्या है, मेंटल प्रॉब्लम्स या मेंटल इलनेस जो होती है, इट क्रिएट्स अ स्टिग्मा बिटवीन दी पीपल्स. सो जब जो सोसाइटी होती है वो मेंटली इल पीपल को आफ्टर ट्रीटमेंट इतना ईजिली एक्सेप्ट नहीं करती, वो आइसोलेट करती है उन्हें अपनी सोसाइटी में वापस से एंटर नहीं करने देती, एक स्टिग्मा क्योंकि कनेक्टेड है हमारे कल्चर में. सो होता क्या है कि CBR जो प्रोग्राम्स चलते हैं रिहैबिलिटेशन के लिए, वो ऐसे मेंटल पेशेंट्स को जो ट्रीटमेंट के थ्रू ठीक हो चुके हैं, उन्हें वापस से उनके सोसाइटी में, उनके होम प्लेस में, उनके वर्क प्लेस में उन्हें वापस से एडजस्ट कराते हैं, उन्हें रिहैबिलिटेट करते हैं, वापस उन्हें री इंगेज कराते हैं उनकी सोशल जो की सिचुएशंस में. Now our next branch of, or you can say next applied field is school psychologist or school psychology. So school psychologists work in educational system and their roles vary according to the levels of their training. For example, some school psychologists only administer tests for the diagnostic purpose, and whereas other also interpret test results to help students with their problems. And they also help in the formulation of school policies. They facilitate communication between parents, teachers and administration, and also provides teachers and parents with information about the academic programs of the students. That's mean जो school psychologist हैं वो basically तीनों level पे work करते हैं. That's mean child की problems अलग से वो understand करेंगे, after that teachers की क्या problems है वो, उसके बाद पेरेंट्स की क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रही है वो, और इन सब के बीच में दैट्स मीन टीचर्स, स्टूडेंट्स और टीचर्स, स्टूडेंट्स, पेरेंट्स एंड अनदर बॉडी इज एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, स्कूल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. इन चारों के बीच में एक बैलेंस कम्युनिकेशन बनाना, एक हेल्दी रिलेशनशिप बनाना, जिसका मेन पर्पस होता है स्टूडेंट का वेलफेयर, स्टूडेंट का मैक्सिमम बेनिफिट, मैक्सिमम एजुकेशनल बेनिफिट एंड ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ स्टूडेंट. सो दिस इज द बेसिक पर्पस ऑफ स्कूल साइकोलॉजिस्ट. सो इसमें वो हेल्प करते हैं डिफरेंट टेक्निक से. यहाँ इंपॉर्टेंट बात ये कि कुछ स्कूल्स में साइकोलॉजिस्ट जो रखे गए हैं वो बेसिकली सिर्फ डायग्नोसिस तक ही लिमिटेड हैं. वहाँ उन्होंने डायग्नोस कर लिया, IQ टेस्ट कर लिया या पर्सनैलिटी टेस्ट कर लिया, इंटरेस्ट, एप्टीट्यूड, ये सारे टेस्ट उन्होंने कंडक्ट किए. बट आफ्टर कंडक्टिंग दीज टेस्ट वो उसके आगे फर्दर कुछ भी करते नहीं हैं. बट बहुत सारे स्कूल्स ने उन्हें थोड़ा सा रिलैक्सेशन और फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी दे रखी है, तो वहाँ पे वो और ज़्यादा इससे ज़्यादा कुछ कर पाते हैं. सो दिस इज़ ओनली द डिपेंड ऑन द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ द स्कूल. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल साइकोलॉजिस्ट. So in the field of industry, in the field of organization, there are psychologists who work in organizational setting. So organizational psychologists render valuable help in dealing with problems that the executives and employees of an organization tends to face in their respective roles. ठीक है, दैट्स मीन आपका जो सुपरवाइज़र है, उसके आगे जो मैनेजर है, उसका जो रोल है, और एम्प्लॉयज़ जो है उनका जो रोल है, और जो अथॉरिटी पर्सन और एम्प्लॉयज़ के बीच का कोई अगर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है तो उसको रिजॉल्व करने में, एम्प्लॉयज़ को मेंटली हेल्दी रखने में, उनके परफॉर्मेंस, उनकी एफिशिएंसी को इम्प्रूव करने में, उनको साइकोलॉजिकली सेटिस्फाइड करने में, एंड क्या जॉब सेटिस्फैक्शन का एक कॉन्सेप्ट है उसको अचीव करने में, एंड ओवरऑल आपके प्रॉफिट को इंक्रीज़ करने में, इन सारे फैक्टर्स में जो क्लिनिकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल साइकोलॉजिस्ट होता है वो बहुत ज़्यादा मेजर रोल प्ले करता है. दे प्रोवाइड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विथ कंसल्टेंसी सर्विसेज एंड ऑर्गेनाइज स्किल ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स. डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में समटाइम आप देखो कि बहुत सारे स्किल्ड प्रोग्राम्स चलते हैं, ट्रेंड किया जाता है अपने एम्प्लॉयज़ को. तो डिफरेंट टाइम इंटरवल पे जब भी नीडेड होता है तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अपनी तरफ से ऑफ़र करता है, जो उनके एम्प्लॉयज़ हैं उनको ट्रेन करता है, स्किल्ड करता है, ताकि उनकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का जो प्रॉफिट है वो मैक्सिमम हो सके और बेनिफिट मिले. ओके, एंड so in through this training programs, the client or the employers have increased their efficiency and effectiveness. So some organizational psychologists specialize in human resource development, HRD. In every organization there is a department of HRD, human resource development, जहाँ से एम्प्लॉयज़ का जो इंटरव्यू कंडक्ट कराता है और सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस जो हमारा होता है वहाँ पे ये HRD डिपार्टमेंट रोल प्ले करता है. इसके साथ ही जो वैकेंसीज़ होती हैं और जो लीव वगैरह की प्रॉब्लम्स आती है, लॉन्ग ड्यूरेशन लीव वगैरह की, तो वहाँ पे भी ये HRD डिपार्टमेंट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है. HRD डिपार्टमेंट बेसिकली work as a mediator between the authority, between the administrator and the employees. And while other in organizational development and changes management program, a different type of management programs भी conduct कराता है HRD department. Okay, so this is all about psychologist at work. There is only 5 field which discuss in your textbook: the clinical psychologist, the counseling psychologist, the community psychologist, school psychologist and organizational psychologist. But this is not the limit. So many other applied fields are there जहाँ पे साइकोलॉजिस्ट रोल प्ले कर रहे हैं, साइकोलॉजिस्ट और काउंसलर्स वर्क कर रहे हैं. बहुत सारी ऐसी फील्ड है जिसे आपने ब्रांचेस ऑफ साइकोलॉजी में ऑलरेडी अंडरस्टैंड किया. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल. Only one topic is remaining in this chapter, which is psychology in everyday life, which we will cover in a next video. So in this video, first of all, we understand the concept of basic psychology or theoretical psychology and applied psychology. So applied psychology is a very important psychology branch of psychology where all the principles and all the theories are applicable in a real life settings. And so many disciplines जहाँ पे साइकोलॉजी का रोल है, जहाँ से साइकोलॉजी कनेक्टेड है, बहुत सारे डिसिप्लिन्स जहाँ से रिलेशनशिप है साइकोलॉजी का, बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स जहाँ वहाँ से इंटर रिलेटेड है. एंड इन लास्ट सेक्शन we had discussed about the different applied branches, different applied areas जहाँ पे साइकोलॉजिस्ट करेंटली वर्क कर रहे हैं, एंड सो मेनी अदर एरियाज जहाँ पे नीडेड है साइकोलॉजिस्ट को की नीड है. ठीक है, दिस इज़ ऑल अबाउट टुडेज़ वीडियो. थैंक यू क्लास.